So if you have a look, you'll see that I have a video which is baking an artisan loaf of bread in the slow cooker. Today we're using the exact same dough. So here we have the dough that I mixed up last night, and we're now up to the stage where we're up to doing the first fold over technique. So let's take the plastic off.
But first we'll cover off how to quickly make up the dough. First, there is 700 grams of plain flour, 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. Next, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Mix the yeast in, mix the salt in, and then mix it all through the whole flour. Now we're going to add 450 grams of just above lukewarm water. Put the water into the flour. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Mix all the ingredients until it forms a ball. Next, put some cling wrap over the bowl to make it airtight, as the dough does not like air. Place a clean tea towel over the bowl to put the dough in its bed for approximately the next 16 hours.
I'm also going to pull aside 200 grams because I want to use this to make pizza. So I've lightly dusted a pizza tray, and I'm going to take 200 grams of dough, put that on there, cover it back up, and let that rest for another 2 hours until I use it as my pizza. Now that I've spread out the base, I'm going to put it in the oven to pre-cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I find the time frame is different every time, so we'll just put it in there and come and check it in a few minutes. And there we have it. It's just slightly pre-cooked. That's how I like it. So at this stage, I can go ahead and make my pizza while it's still warm, or if I wanted to let it cool off, that's not a problem at all. So I have 2 favourite pizzas. One of them is this one, which is the Basil Pizza, and the other one is the ham and pineapple one. I absolutely love pineapple on pizza. So where do you sit on pizza? What is your favourite topping, or what is your thoughts about pineapple on pizza? Are you one of the people who think that pineapple on pizza is just absolutely amazing, or do you sit in the camp of pineapple and pizza? That explains everything that's wrong in the world. Well, today I'm going to be, as I said, I'm making my basil pizza. So I've just put some pizza sauce down. I like to, at this point, put a little bit of basil underneath. So because I love this pizza so much, and going and getting fresh basil from the shops can sometimes be a little bit hard, this is where I started to grow the basil myself. It was a nice little easy plant that I could, have indoors, so I had a nice indoor plant, and it gave a nice little flavour. So as you can see, I'm a fan of basil. I am a fan of flavour, so you might not want this much basil on your pizza. Most people don't, but I'm the one eating it, so I'm going to cook it to the way that I like to eat it. So all I'm doing for the under bit, I'm just ripping the leaves a little bit, just so that it goes a bit further. And then what I'm going to do here is put some cheese on top. Well, that was not enough cheese, so let me try again. Okay, bowl refill, ready to go for some more cheese. Now, even though I'm a cheese fan, this pizza actually doesn't need a lot of cheese, but it doesn't need enough to cover the whole thing. Now that I've got the amount of cheese on it I like, I'm going to put basil on the top. So for here, the basil leaves do shrink up in the oven. So I'm actually just going to put them all side by side. Now I know that is a lot of basil, and if you were making this pizza, you probably would only put about half this amount of basil, but I'm going to be the one eating it afterwards, so I'm going to make it the way I like it. And I'll put that in the oven to cook away. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes, but we'll check on it and see. What about you? What are your favourite pizza flavours? So as you can see, mine are basil pizza and the other one is ham and pineapple. What about you? What are your favourite pizza flavours? I'd be very interested to read that in the comments. So it's been about 15 minutes and I've had the oven on 200 degrees Celsius the whole time. So let's check the pizza. Look at that. Doesn't the cheese look perfectly cooked? And can you see from how much basil I put in, do you see how much it shrunk down? So from here, I'm going to put my pizza on a bread board, and that's slid off nice and easy, and let's cut this up. I like to cut my pizza like this into the small strips because I find it's easier to pick up because this is hot. As I say, just a personal preference. Oh, it's going to be hot. I am going to enjoy my dinner tonight. And that pizza base is one of the best pizzas you will ever have.